September 6th, 2022 meeting of the Granby Board of Assessors is now called to order at 6:06. Bill Porter, the former chair, and Greg Leonard, the chair, and Dakota Richards is going to be joining us later. We're going to skip over approval of the minutes of the 16th of July.
August,
excuse me. And move on to signatures. Here is the notice of commitment for motor vehicle.
Nope,
No,
Granby Solar.
that was Granby Solar.
I couldn't get the motor vehicle and assistant because access was not available.
Isn't technology fun?
Yes. So QDs is working on it.
Oh, because it says it right there, if I could read. Bills, I signed the bills for Vision Software in the amount of $7,644. Tuition for meetings, the MAAO, was $75, and tuition for DLS of $75.
the vision, is that the update?
That's just the yearly,
What's the yearly?
daily.
Okay.
Yeah, not the update
The
yet.
update won't take place till late in the
Next
year.
year.
Right.
Question on the MAAO dues. Do they have login information for us, or is that just an individual sign up? You create your own login. That's a good one, huh?
It is a good question.
That's for you for tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, and we have chapter land liens to be signed. One for William and Dale Clark. Chapter land lien for Margaret Jesnizniak. Boy, did I butcher that name.
I think you did pretty good.
You're close.
Chapter land for Heather Levant. Or Levante. Did most of these simply come in through the mail, or did you have to deal with these over the counter?
Mail.
The Wilson Skipton Irrevocable Trust. Forestry, I believe.
Must be on Burnett.
Yes. And tell me about this release.
Oh.
I don't think we're dealing with this now.
I think we need to wait for Dakota.
Okay. We have a release of liens. Breezy Acres, LLC.
Over in Kendall.
I believe so.
Yep.
All of those signatures are done. We have to wait for for Dakota to come in to help with the discussion of 99 Kendall Street.
Oh, okay.
Simply for the fact that, make sure we're all on the same page. So this document is for abutters
That's the 99 Kendall.
and all, when do they want that hearing?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, that one's, 239 Amherst Street. I think the car's right there, the back.
And what does 239 Kendall Street want to do? It's a new piece of property?
They want to create an oversized barn or garage.
So that goes to the, they need a special permit for that, right?
But
Yeah.
that is going to the planning board first. That's just the assessor's notice
Okay,
that it's happening.
so we've received the notice.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say how large a barn?
Yeah, on the front page it says it's a special permit, so it's oversized.
Right. Right now, it's just a building lot.
Well, they've taken out a permit for a house.
Single-family home with barn square foot is more than allowed, so it doesn't even say.
Do the assessors go to those?
If we're interested, but they have to let us know what's going on before we can go out and sketch any construction. Somewhat to make sure it's legal. Oh, yeah. Nobody. In-law apartments.
Yeah, that was my question.
So the answer that I've gotten, can you tell me, Bill Porter previously was on the planning board and wrote most of the zoning bylaws, or helped write most of the zoning bylaws for the town of Granby. What can you tell me about in-law apartments?
Well, it's been 15 years since
Right.
I've been on there, so that could have changed.
Right.
My understanding is in-law apartments could have a separate opening, but they also had to be connected to the existing home. They could not be totally separate.
Okay.
They had to have access to get between the the apartment and the home. And there was a certain square, I don't remember the square footage, they could only be so big, and things like that.
But the principal notice is that it had to be attached to the existing
Well,
home.
not only attached, but it had to be a wall opening so you could walk from one to the other.
Okay.
And the purpose of that is so that it wouldn't become a two-family house.
Right.
Now, maybe it's changed since then, but when I was on the planning board, that was the intent of it.
Right. And part of my question is, you and I could probably agree that it probably has not changed.
I'm not aware of it, but that's the best I can say.
Yeah. What did we do, what did the planning board do about a detached?
Detached,
Yeah,
I don't think they allow them.
they're illegal.
Right.
As far as you know, 15 years ago. they were
Unless
illegal.
they're really grandfathered in.
Right. Were you aware of a number of them that were grandfathered in?
There were certainly a few, but I can't recite.
Less than 10?
I would say so.
Yeah. Okay, that's for the sake of the camera. I think you're at least as accurate as I could ever be.
Okay.
And maybe Dakota knows more, but I would doubt it.
So if it's separate,
If it's separate, it's illegal. Now, if it's illegal, that's a whole nother ball of wax.
That's the zoning enforcement.
Right,
That's not us.
right. Zoning enforcement officer being the building inspector. And I really don't know, because I went out and visited one that certainly wasn't built with any kind of approval whatsoever. And what he's going to do about it, and what we do about it, over and above the fact that I think the only recourse that we have, number one, is it's built on top of a garage. And what we would want to do is describe the garage in the most valuable way we could. And other than that, leave it to somebody else to try and deal with this. And
Yeah, if it's finished above the garage, it'd be no different than above any other single-family home that has a finished room above the garage.
Right. And this one obviously is detached.
That's even worse.
Yeah, all the way around it's worse. And that was for the sake of giving her the history of this
Okay.
moving forward.
Okay.
So that's all we've got on in-law apartments. Jennifer Drive.
You mentioned that you spoke with the neighbors. They didn't hear the conversation that you told me. So I don't know if
Okay,
that's
now we can start
off the
the meeting
camera.
finally.
Hey, you know what? You can do it, I can do it.
We
Oh,
skipped it.
nice. We can leave now?
No,
Yeah, I
no,
spoke,
because we need to.
I spoke with a neighbor and they thought the relationship was very appropriate and proper, and that, like, you know, like I relayed to you, that that somebody was really taking care of a neighbor very well, and the neighbor was, willingly providing things to the people that were helping them. They were not being taken advantage of at all. That, at least that's the neighbor's perspective. But the conversation you and I had, it was correct, it was in a, because it was not in that person's name, they could not apply for an exemption. And that needed to be explained.
Jennifer Drive.
Yeah, I figured. I feel that. Got that.
All right. As long as we're all on the same page.
That's what I know about it.
Right.
All right.
So now that Dakota is here, we can approve the minutes of the last meeting. Dakota, since I'm chair, you need to make a motion.
I make a motion to approve these wonderfully done minutes from August 16, 2022.
And I'll second that. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Abstain from Bill because he was not here.
Thank you.
Those are the other things if you want to look at them.
Here's the financial report for July. Mr. Martin must not have sent out August.
Oh, so this is just 1 month,
Yeah.
we're fine. Okay.
Do you know if this one got sent in last year?
It is last year's.
But they gave us 2 checks. Okay.
You good there?
I'm good.
Okay, release of classified forest land, being Breezy Acres. I don't think we have any action on our part, do we?
Where is it?
Dakota, 99 Kendall.
We've already signed that, didn't we?
Yes.
No, we have to sign the second one.
Bill and I have signed, I think this is the second one, isn't it, that we signed?
I didn't get a second one.
Huh?
I didn't get a second one.
Okay.
The second
Oh,
page
look at
into
you,
the
Bill.
first one. Yeah. That's the second.
You're such a show-off.
I left the top line for
The
you.
second
You are such a show-off.
release. That was never signed.
Oh,
And that'll clear this whole thing up.
It should.
All right. Signed and dealt with.
So that closing can take place now, right?
It did, I guess it was, I don't know, I have no clue. If it didn't, didn't.
So you guys can do anything you want, huh? That would be interesting.
I think we should break our phones when you need us. That'd be interesting.
You could. You'd be surprised the amount of fun that I've had with phones.
I know.
I'm always having a good time with phones.
I mean, last couple of years, you've probably gone through 5.
Yep, absolutely. And given that, why would I want to own an expensive phone?
Right.
All right, now we're all the way down to other business since posting the meeting.
nada.
Do we have any other business?
We want to schedule a future meeting?
Michelle, what's your pleasure? We want to pick a night when Sam's not videotaping soccer games.
Tonight would have been a good night for that.
It was supposed to have been one. This was with a boys game. Okay, so I'm looking at,
The
No.
19th.
September.
September 19th? Does that work?
September 19th.
It's a Monday.
It's not a holiday.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
September 19th at 6 o'clock.
Works
Okay.
for me.
I don't think I'll be here, so I'll get back to you.
Now he'll know when not to be here.
I'll schedule it purposely.
Any other business since posting the meeting?
You just asked that.
Items for follow-up? Hearing none, we're going to adjourn the meeting at 6:25.